Have you ever wondered how conflicts halfway across the world could impact your wallet? The intricate web of global politics and economics means that events unfolding in distant lands can have profound effects on your financial well-being. From oil price shocks to currency fluctuations, the ripple effects of geopolitical tensions reach far and wide. But how exactly do these complex dynamics play out? And what can we learn from history to navigate an uncertain future? In this exploration of world events and their financial consequences, we'll dive into some of the most impactful geopolitical shifts of the past century and examine how they continue to shape our economic landscape today. All sources referenced are included in the description below for further reading. The Middle East has long been a geopolitical hotspot, with outsized influence on the global economy. The region's vast oil reserves make it a critical player in energy markets, and conflicts there can send shockwaves through the world financial system. Take the 1973 oil embargo, for instance. When OPEC nations halted oil exports to the US and other countries supporting Israel in the Yom Kippur War, it triggered an energy crisis that rippled across the globe. Oil prices quadrupled almost overnight, fueling inflation and recession in many Western economies. Even today, tensions in the Middle East continue to rattle markets. The recent attacks on ships in the Red Sea by Houthi rebels have disrupted a key global trade route, potentially driving up shipping costs and fueling inflation. As one analyst put it, the longer this goes on, the more likely we are to see some impact on energy prices and some impact on inflation. These events underscore how regional conflicts can have far-reaching economic consequences. But it's not just the Middle East that wields such influence. The 1997 Asian financial crisis offers a stark example of how seemingly localized issues can spiral into global economic turmoil. What began as a currency devaluation in Thailand quickly spread to other Asian economies, eroding investor confidence and triggering a wave of financial panic. The crisis led to severe recessions in several Asian countries and sent tremors through global markets. The Asian crisis highlighted the interconnectedness of the global financial system and the dangers of contagion. It also demonstrated how policy decisions in one country could have dramatic effects on others. The crisis was exacerbated by the International Monetary Fund's insistence on austerity measures, which many economists now view as having deepened the economic pain. Looking further back in history, we find another pivotal moment in the story of global finance: the decline of the British pound as the world's reserve currency. For decades, the pound had reigned supreme in international trade and finance. But the economic toll of two world wars, coupled with the rise of the United States as a global superpower, spelled the end of sterling's dominance. The Bretton Woods Conference of 1944 officially enshrined the US dollar as the new global reserve currency, marking a seismic shift in the international economic order. This transition underscores how geopolitical events, in this case, the outcome of World War II, can reshape the very foundations of the global financial system. At this point, I'd like to pause and encourage you to reflect on how these historical events might be relevant to your own financial future. Consider subscribing to this channel for more in-depth analyses of global economic trends and their potential impacts on your personal finances. Your financial literacy could be your best defense in an ever-changing world. Now, let's turn our attention to a pressing issue in today's geopolitical landscape: de-dollarization. As tensions between the United States and countries like China and Russia have escalated in recent years, there's been growing talk of moving away from the dollar as the primary currency for international trade and reserves. This push for de-dollarization is driven by a complex mix of economic and political factors. Some countries view their reliance on the dollar as a strategic vulnerability, especially in light of US sanctions policies. Others see it as a way to challenge American economic hegemony. The implications of successful de-dollarization could be far-reaching. A diminished role for the dollar could reduce America's ability to finance its deficits and potentially lead to higher interest rates for U.S. consumers and businesses. It could also alter the dynamics of global trade and investment flows. However, it's important to note that any shift away from the dollar would likely be gradual. The greenback's entrenched position in global finance, backed by deep and liquid U.S. financial markets, makes it difficult to replace overnight. As one economist put it, the dollar's dominance is not guaranteed, but neither is its demise. Another factor shaping the global economic landscape is America's military engagements around the world. The U.S. has spent trillions of dollars on wars and military operations since 2001, with significant economic repercussions. These expenditures have contributed to rising national debt and diverted resources from domestic priorities like infrastructure and education. The costs of these conflicts extend beyond direct military spending. They have influenced global trade patterns, affected oil prices, and shaped international relations in ways that impact the global economy. Some economists argue that the opportunity costs of these wars, the investments in productive capacity that might have been made instead, represent an even greater economic toll. As we consider these various geopolitical forces, a question emerges. How can individuals and businesses navigate this complex and often unpredictable global landscape? One key lesson from history is the importance of diversification. Just as countries seek to reduce their dependence on any single currency or trading partner, individuals can protect themselves by diversifying their investments across different asset classes and geographic regions. Another crucial strategy is staying informed. In our interconnected world, events on the other side of the globe can quickly impact local economies. By keeping abreast of global developments and understanding their potential ramifications, individuals and businesses can make more informed financial decisions. It's also worth considering how technological advances are changing the game. Cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology, for instance, offer new possibilities for international transactions outside traditional banking systems. While these technologies are still evolving, they could potentially reshape aspects of the global financial order in the coming decades. As we look to the future, it's clear that geopolitical events will continue to play a crucial role in shaping our financial landscape. From ongoing tensions in the Middle East to the economic rivalry between the US and China, global politics will remain a key driver of economic trends. The challenge and the opportunity lies in understanding these dynamics and positioning ourselves accordingly. By staying informed, diversifying our investments, and remaining adaptable, we can better navigate the choppy waters of global finance. In conclusion, while we can't predict every geopolitical twist and turn, we can prepare ourselves for a range of possible futures. The lessons of history, from the fall of the British pound to the Asian financial crisis, offer valuable insights. As we face an uncertain future marked by potential de-dollarization and shifting global power dynamics, these lessons can help guide our financial decisions. Remember, in the grand chess game of global economics, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay diversified, and stay ready for whatever the future may bring. Your financial well-being may depend on it.